Hey guys, it's Coach A. I'm here to talk to you about your multi-genre project. Okay, so everything that we've been doing up to this point has been leading to this project. Okay, we've been talking about narrative and fiction. We've been talking about informational. We've talked about multimodal. We went into poetry. We briefly talked about drama and script writing. And so now you're going to use all of the things that we've gone over in class up to this point and put together um, a demonstration of your knowledge of these skills. Okay. And so let me explain what that is going to look like. All right. So, okay, so here we are. Okay, so today we're going to introduce the project. Okay, we're going to discuss the genres and the characteristics specific to each, or how to find the resource to refresh your memory on the characteristics of each specific genre. Then we're going to review the project instructions, guidelines, and rubric. We're going to review the how to resource page, and we're going to view a sample of a completed multi genre project. So, what you're going to do today is you're going to decide on a topic or a theme, okay? And you will understand what I mean once I go a little bit further. Before I do that, I just want to note that this multi genre resource page is crucial to help you understand what you need to do, how you need to do it, and just like what are your guidelines, what are your rubric, like what's the rubric, what's your expectations, okay? So first of all, let's look at the project assignment. So the project assignment is here, okay? And this just kind of gives you all the details about what it is you're going to be doing. Okay, so during this project, you will demonstrate what you've learned about different genres by creating a collection of original works centered around a specific theme or topic. Each project will be evaluated on the following: focus on a specific theme or topic, attention to genre characteristics, and originality. Okay, so your project requirements and your rubric are located here. Okay, and you will see in red and italicized. Okay, the project is assigned today, and the final product will be due on Friday, February 5th. Okay, so part of the project is going to be what is called a preface. Okay, and in the preface, you're going to introduce your theme or your topic of your project. Then you will discuss each piece by explaining your creative process, the genre characteristics you included, and how it ties into the whole. Okay, and so first of all, what you need to know is that you are going to have to choose a theme or a topic. Then, out of all of the genres that we've discussed this year, you are going to have to choose three. Okay. And so you might choose, let's say you choose fiction. So you want to write a short story. You also want to write a poem. You also want to do an infographic. Okay. Those are three different genres. So that would be acceptable. Okay. So then you have your three genres. Okay. And then you have to decide on a topic or a theme. Okay, so for me, for instance, if I were doing this project, I would probably choose the one that I'm the most familiar with, okay, which is basketball. We've talked about this. I've used basketball in a lot of my samples and a lot of my examples, right? And so I would probably choose basketball. So if I chose basketball, I would write a short story, okay, about basketball. I would write a poem about basketball. And then I would do an infographic, something about basketball. Okay, so in your preface, I would introduce basketball, okay, and why I chose it. Then in body paragraph number two, okay, I'm going to discuss my piece, my short story piece. Then in body paragraph two or three, I'm going to discuss my poem about basketball. And then in body paragraph four, I will discuss my infographic about basketball. Okay, and so that's going to be the preface. Then you are going to include three separate original documents. So I chose a short story, a poem, and an infographic. So those would need to be in three different documents. Okay, and I'm going to show you an example of what I'm talking about in just a second. So here are all of the genres that we've gone over. We've gone over narrative, we've gone over poetry, informational writing, we've gone over drama, and multimodal or digital. Okay, so you would have to choose three pieces, or you will write three pieces from three different genres. Okay, so mine would fall under narrative, poetry, and multimodal, right? If I'm going with what I'm talking about. So my short story, my poem, my infographic. Okay, and so those would be the three pieces that I would include in my final product. So I want to show you an example of a finished product. Okay, and this is here for you as well to use to model your own writing after. Okay, it just so happens to be about basketball. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing that in my examples, but this wasn't actually done by me. This was done by Mr. Perez. Okay, and so his preface is linked here. Okay, he decided to do a memoir, a poem, and drama. So if I click here, I will see his sample of his memoir. And it's taking just a minute. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so here we go. This is his memoir, My Last Game. Okay, and so this is what you would do for your project. Okay, so this is his first piece. This is his memoir. Okay, then if you go back to the sample, you would go to the poem. And this one is The Glorious Game. And you should see a poem here about basketball. Um, and here it is. Okay, so that's what yours is going to look like. You're going to have three original documents with the three different genres that you chose about the same topic. Okay, and let's also show you this cool resource here that I've also linked into this resource page. So again, guys, marking period 3, week 4, Thursday's assignments are crucial because they have a lot of resources here for you to use. Okay, so there's this about universal themes that you could use if you don't want to focus on a topic and you want to focus on a central message for each one. These are universal themes that you could choose from. These are just notes that we went over a while back about the specific characteristics for each genre. Okay, and this is the coolest one that I think we linked in here. Okay, and this is a how-to resource. So here I am. I've decided I'm going to write a short story. Okay, but how do I do that? Where do I start? So, great resource here. It says how to write a short story. You click on the link and it takes you to a YouTube video about how to write in the process of how you go about writing a short story. So all of these videos are available and there are a lot of them. Okay, so if you look back on the how-to page, it's how to write a script, how to write poetry, how to write, um, how to create an infographic, all of those different things. And so this is a great resource. Okay. All right, and last but not least, I kind of wanted to look at the multi-genre template for you because you're going to be dropping in your links, and we're going to have to talk about how to do that to where you're sharing it with me to where I can view it, but we'll talk about that at a later time. So this is what the template looks like, and this is where you will be putting your three original pieces and your preface. All right, so here's the rubric. Okay, again, I've linked the sample project so you can see that. Also, your preface, you will be typing that in. Okay, so you would basically be creating it the way that you see the sample project created. okay? And we'll talk about how to share links and all of that stuff as we get closer to Friday of next week, because there is a process, and I'll have another how-to video on that. But hope this was helpful. Again, everything that you are going to need to be successful with this project is in this specific folder. Okay. All right, guys. Hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you later.